American documentary film director, screenwriter, and artist Eleanor Jessie Coppola died on April 12, 2024, at the age of 87. She was best known for her 1991 documentary film Hearts of Darkness, a filmmaker's apocalypse, as well as other documentaries chronicling the films of her husband and children. Her notable filmography: Dementia, 13, 1962, Hearts of Darkness, A Filmmaker's Apocalypse, 1991, Technolust, 2002, Paris Can't Wait, 2016. Eleanor Coppola was born on May 4, 1936 in Los Angeles, California. American-born Japanese professional sumo wrestler and professional wrestler Akebono Taro died of heart failure in April 2024 at the age of 54 after being admitted to a hospital in Tokyo. Akebono grew up on the rural side of the Kula Mountains from Honolulu and was born Chad George Ha'aheo Rowan. He moved to Tokyo in the late 1980s and won his first Grand Championship in 1993. He was an 11-time Grand Tournament winner and retired in 2001. Park Bo-ram was a South Korean singer, died on April 11, 2024. Park was found collapsed and undergoing cardiac arrest at her friend's home in Seoul. She took part in Minet's Superstar K2 and finished in 8th place. Park made her debut with released digital single Beautiful featuring Zico on August 7, 2014. That year, she won Artist of the Year for August at the GAN Chart K-Pop Awards and was nominated for Best New Artist at the Minette Asian Music Awards, Golden Disc Awards, and Melon Music Awards. Mexican actress Lorena Velasquez died on 11th April 2024 at the age of 86. At the time of her death, she was one of the last surviving stars from the golden age of Mexican cinema. She was born in Mexico City in 1955. She competed in Miss Mexico in 1958 and placed second. Afterwards, she was appointed Miss Mexico 1960. Velasquez played varied roles in the 1960s, from a vedette to a cowgirl and even as the Queen of Vampires. She also played 2 antagonistic roles in a film, as Queen of a Faraway Planet and her twin. In the 1970s, she made the transition to television. Joseph Flaherty was an American actor, writer, and comedian. He is best known for his work on the Canadian sketch comedy SCTV from 1976 to 1984, his role as Harold Weir on Freaks and Geeks 1999, and as a heckler in Happy Gilmore 1996, born on June 21, 1941. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, U.S. Flaherty served in the United States Air Force for 4 years before becoming involved in dramatic theater. Flaherty was married to Judith Dagley for 22 years until their divorce in 1996. They had 2 children, Gudrun and Gabriel. Flaherty died on April 1, 2024 at the age of 82 after a short illness. Christopher Durang was an American playwright known for works of outrageous and often absurd comedy. His work was especially popular in the 1980s, though his career seemed to get a second wind in the late 1990s. Sister Mary Ignatius Explains It All for You was Durang's watershed play, as it brought him to national prominence when it won him the Obie Award for Best Playwright, 1980. His play Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike won the Tony Award for Best Play in 2013. Durang died from complications of aphasia at his Pennsylvania home on April 2, 2024, at the age of 75. American DJ, broadcaster, record executive, and radio personality Calvin LeBron, known professionally as Mr. C or DJ Mr. C. Credited with the discovery of both rappers, he guest featured on Big Daddy Kane's 1988 debut album Long Live the Canny and served as associate executive producer for the Notorious B.I.G.'s 1994 debut album Ready to D. In the early 1990s, he gained popularity as a radio DJ, showcasing the music of rising artists. His radio shows Throwback at Noon and Friday Night Live would air respectively on New York radio stations Hot 97 and WBLS. LeBron died on April 10, 2024, at the age of 57, with the cause of death currently unknown. O.J. Simpson was an American football player and actor, born in 1947 in San Francisco, California. He played in the National Football League for 11 seasons, primarily with the Buffalo Bills, and is regarded as one of the greatest running backs of all time. His professional success was overshadowed by his trial and controversial acquittal for the murders of his former wife Nicole Brown and her friend Ron Goldman in 1994. He died of the disease on April 10, 2024, at the age of 76. American actress Patti Astor died on April 9, 2024, age 74. She was an American performer who was a key actress in New York City underground films of the 1970s and the East Village art scene of the 1980s, and involved in the early popularizing of hip-hop. She co-founded the instrumental contemporary art gallery Fun Gallery. Her best-known role was as Virginia, the roving reporter, in Charles Aherne's legendary hip-hop epic Wild Style. After closing Fun Gallery, Astor moved to Hollywood, Los Angeles, where she acted in, wrote and produced Get Ducks starring Ice-T in one of his first movie roles, and Assault of the Killer Bimbos, awarded by People magazine Trash Pick of the Week. German actor and voice artist Earl Ducks died on 9th April 2024 at the age of 97. From 1949, he was also one of the longest active German-speaking voice actors, dubbing Hollywood films into German. In the 1950s and 1960s, he was regularly the German voice of Audie Murphy. He also dubbed Anthony Perkins in many roles, including Psycho, Steve Martin, Fred Astaire, George Peppard. He dubbed David Jason as Rincewind in Terry Pratchett's The Color of Magic. He has also worked as an actor and narrator on radio. Paola Gasman was an Italian actress. After a prolonged illness, Paola Gasman died in Rome on 9th April 2024 at the age of 78. Gasman was a companion of the actor Ugo Pagliai, whom she never married and whom she shared one son, Tommaso. She and her then-husband, actor Luciano Virgilio, had a daughter, Simona Virgilio, known at the National Academy of Dramatic Art, Silvio D'Amico. Her father, Vittorio Gasman, died of a heart attack on her 55th birthday. Ralph Pucket Jr. was a United States Army officer. He led the 8th Army Ranger Company during the Korean War and was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for his actions on November 25, 1950, when his company of 51 Rangers was attacked by several hundred Chinese soldiers at the Battle for Hill 205. He later served in the Vietnam War and retired from the Army in 1971 as a colonel. After being appointed on July 19, 1996, he served as the honorary colonel of the 75th Ranger Regiment. Puckett died on April 8, 2024, at his home in Columbus, Georgia, at the age of 97. Gerald Wayne Grotti was an American professional baseball catcher. He played in Major League Baseball from 1963 through 1981 for the Houston Colt .45s, New York Mets, Los Angeles Dodgers, and Kansas City Royals. He was a two-time All-Star player and was a member of the team that became known as the Miracle Mets for their upset victory over the Baltimore Orioles in the 1969 World Series. On April 7, 2024, Grotti died from respiratory failure in Austin, Texas. He was 81. Clarence Henry II, known as Clarence Frogman. Henry was an American rhythm and blues singer and pianist, best known for his hits Ain't Got No Home, 1956, and I Don't Know Why, But I Do, 1961. Clarence Henry was born in New Orleans on March 19, 1937. Henry toured nationally with a six-piece band until 1958 and continued to record. Henry opened 18 concerts for the Beatles across the US and Canada in 1964. Henry died in New Orleans on April 7, 2024, at the age of 87.